mindset, and the mindset and energy has shifted for his team, and I think that's a big reason he attributed to their success in the last 3 games.
Naheem McLeod, Kydarius Smith step to the line, ball in the air, and we are underway from the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Starting lineups first for the visiting Spartans. It'll be Kydarius Smith, Nick Alves, Jordan Gainey, Trey Broadnax, Floyd Rideau Jr. Early action inside and a traveling violation. Good energy from Florida State on that first defensive possession.
And that's something that Leonard Hamilton talked about, getting back to playing Florida State defense, being disruptive, trying to disrupt the offense. That's a good start for Florida State.
Seminole team who forced 16 Louisville turnovers on Saturday. Worley, Mills, Darren Green Jr., Matt Cleveland, and Naheem McLeod. The starting 5 for Leonard Hamilton's Noles. Here is Matt Cleveland, who has been playing better as of the last 4 games. Shot clock winding down. McLeod, a lefty shot, missed everything. It should be a shot clock violation, and it is. You see Coach Ham hoping to join Coach K, Dean Smith, Roy Williams, and Gary Williams as guys who joined that prestigious 400-win club in the ACC. What kind of company is that, Mr. Huckabee?
There's not many. There is not many. That's why he is one of the best. And again, I think the key word, consistency. It's one thing to do it once or twice. He's been doing it for over 20 years at Florida State.
Ron Gruber, Tommy Morrissey, Isaac Barnett, the gentleman in the zebra stripes this evening. A late start in Tally. We appreciate you. Prime time Tuesday night ACC basketball. Worley, the deflection, and the Noles now trying to get out into transition. Quick strike 3, not gonna fall. Rideau, the redshirt sophomore, back in his home state of Lake Wales, Florida. And Worley looking for Cleveland, not on the same page. That's been an issue for FSU at times this season on their own.
Yeah, and that's really, I think, the #1 glaring thing for Florida State. Turnovers. Coming into this game, they have more turnovers than assists. Now, the last 3, it has been better. The close losses to Purdue and Virginia, 2 teams that many think will be in the Final Four or contenders. They played very well. Then against Louisville, single digits. They had, 10 turnovers in that game. So again, they're doing a better job as of late, but that needs to be more consistent.
Gainey gets the friendly roll. Keep an eye on him. Last year's Big South Freshman of the Year.
I mean, he's coming off a game where he had 28, and he's not just a 3-point shooter, mid-range. And I think I like about him, he is a very good assist guy as well, too.
Mills on the drive will go to the line.
And this is what Gainey does right here. Now, Florida State, they switched 1 through 5. That time, had the big on him, went right to the basket. Nice little turnaround jumper.
Gainey really took over in overtime against those Bulldogs on Saturday. Mills, a player for FSU, Malcolm, that they're looking for leadership. And he's trying to figure out right now, with the Noles not having a true point guard, how to distribute to his teammates, but also get his own shot.
And it's been an adjustment for him. He's not a traditional point guard. We spoke with Coach Hamilton about that, and at the beginning of the season, he felt like, look, he was thinking too much. He's more of a natural scorer. He's getting a little better, trying to find that balance, and one of the things they're doing is pulling him off the ball and moving Cleveland and Worley when he gets in, Worley on the ball.
Pull up Jay Rideau, no. Rebound McLeod. Cleans the glass up ahead to Worley. Combo guard, highly touted recruit as Mills has it swatted into the stands by Kydarius Smith, the senior from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Now, the only thing I don't like about this right here, the great late Bill Russell said, hey, look, keep it in bounds, right? It looks nice for the cameras, but you don't have possession. Still, though, good help side defense.
Nice feed down low, easy dunk for Naheem McLeod.
And McLeod's doing a nice job not bringing that down. It's a beautiful pass by Worley, and McLeod kept it up high, flushed it. Excellent offense by Florida State.
Going the other way.
And I like this offensive possession, that previous offensive possession by Florida State. McLeod has a clear size advantage right now. Roll him, put him in some ball screen situations, let him roll to the basket and just throw it up. Let him use his size. See if you can either get him more dunks or get him to the free throw line.
Mills into the teeth of the defense, stays with it. Cleveland, three, bang. Florida State leads by 5, an improved outside shot for Matt Cleveland this season.
And he has worked really hard. Credit the coaching staff of Florida State. They do a really good job, and the player development. His shot has continued to improve.
Quick 7-0 burst for Florida State. Energy, the key component, according to Leonard Hamilton. Over the last 3 games, Florida State beating Louisville, yes. As inside it goes, McLeod's fouled, but also looked competitive against the #1 and #2 teams in the country, Purdue and Virginia.
Teams, again, I'll say it, many would not be surprised to see those 2 teams in the Final Four. And Florida State played those 2 tough, just ran out of gas, and we're going to get into it later, but what Florida State's missing, they're missing some key pieces that they thought they would have, but certainly they're pivoting and readjusting to the lineup that they have. But I like what they're doing. The last 3 possessions now, not settling for jumpers on the first look, work the ball around, that time going back down low to McLeod.
McLeod's second free throw has struggled this season from the line. Look pure on both attempts there, the big man converting. You see Florida State picking up 90 feet from the bucket. They've been known to just completely disrupt your offense, not allowing you to run your plays. Smith, double team comes, and a foul on Worley. Florida State leading by 7. It's been a nice start for the Noles as Cleveland connects on the 3 early in tally.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, did you know that Geico could help with your homeowner's insurance?
Cookies.
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret kitchen.
That's why.
You love to see scenes like that, Malcolm, a Florida State team that has battled so much adversity and a tough start. R.J. Barsh got his first scout win of the season for Florida State on Saturday.
And we talked about it in the shoot-around. The energy is just different. Now, I called the Florida game here, and it was just a different energy. Coach Hamilton talked about it, where guys just were unsure of their roles. They had to adjust, but he felt like their mindset wasn't right. You could tell in that video they are locked in, and it's just a different energy right now with this Florida State team.
You hear it from all the players, too, this week. We've got to just reset the season, try and win the game, and go to 1-0 each and every contest.
I mean, the feel even in shoot-around was just a different energy, and it showed up in their game. And I think the biggest area defensively early on right now, they're getting some points off of turnovers, something that Florida State is known, and that's the staple for Leonard Hamilton teams.
How smooth was that jumper from the free throw line from Cleveland?
He is just playing at a high level. We spoke with Coach Dave Dickerson of USC Upstate. He said the thing we cannot do against this Florida State team, turn the ball over. And you can see now Florida State, they're out up in the passing lines, and that's something Coach Hamilton talked about, pressuring the ball and then not making it easy for teams to run their offense. And you'll watch, they'll switch 1 through 5 on down screens or any screens, they will switch.
Contested opportunity there for Gainey. Great defense from Mills. All the way to the rack, high off the glass. Corin goes down hard. Numbers for the Spartans. Rito, a 3. Floyd Rito Jr. He can stroke it from the outside, 45% on the year from beyond the arc.
Excellent transition offense by Upstate. Extra pass, they had him spaced out.
Mills, put back, yes. Mills, who scored in double figures in 8 of Florida State's 11 games this season. Active defense from the Noles. Spartans recover. The 3 won't fall. And Cleveland has cleaned the glass very well for Florida State as of late.
That's one thing that he does. He's a very good rebounding guard.
Tempo is picked up here at the Tuck, with Florida State leading by 6. Goodlow, not going to fall.
Well, what's been impressive early, the pressure, the ball pressure, and that's something both coaches talked about. We must put pressure on the ball. Leonard Hamilton said early on in the season he was not pleased with how his guards have pressured, and then he said on the back end there was not pressure on that initial pass. You can see now both teams, but in particular Florida State, being disruptive with their defense.
Florida State's got 5 points early off 3 Spartan turnovers. A foul called. Is that on Deontay Green? It is indeed. Freshman from Asheville, North Carolina. We've talked about injuries, and we will continue to. Green battled an ACL tear in the spring semester in his high school senior season. Has recovered very well to get back onto the court for FSU. Langley. The shot clock winding down on Upstate. 3, yes! Rito Jr. heating up.
And that's a miscommunication that time on the switch. Now, we talked about it. Florida State, they're going to switch 1 through 5. That time they don't communicate. Excellent offense with the shot clock winding down again by USC Upstate.
You like that step back, Jay?
Sometimes good defense doesn't make a difference. That's a beautiful step back jumper by Green.
Darren Green, one of the prolific transfers in the market this past offseason, led UCF in scoring 1 year ago. And Coach Hamilton will tell you that's one of the best shooters I've ever had in my program. Goodlow had it swiped. And a couple of freshmen handing it off. Chandler Jackson out of Memphis. A lot of youth on the court for Florida State right now. There's one of the bright young stars in the ACC, Cam Corin. And he'll be at the line on the other side. Florida State by 5 in Tallahassee.
With the award-winning Geico mobile app, our
Bill
customer
has joined the call.
Hey, Bill, we're just...
Hi, guys. Do we have Julia on the line, too?
Okay,
Sorry.
Okay, we'll
all right.
The award-winning Geico app.
It's bow time. Some folks say, don't call it a comeback. But when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back for a limited time in all its tender, marinated glory, go ahead. Call it a comeback. It's bow time.
There's never been a better time to get away.
with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Lease a 2023 Santa Fe for just $259 a month or get 0% APR plus $1,750 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
With my Cricket plan, everything is consistent. It's always going to be the same price. No worries.
Cricket is easy, it's affordable, customer service is top-notch. That's why I've been with them for so long.
I got my phone from Cricket and it's amazing. As a journalist, I use it for basically everything.
Great phones, great deals. Now that's a story. Smile, you're on Cricket.
What's more intimidating when it's time to pop the question than picking out an engagement ring? Hi, I'm Hadley Perry from Perry's Diamonds and Estate Jewelry. Perry's can help ease your mind and make the process easier and more pleasant with our selection of new and vintage engagement rings from a 1/2 carat to 8 carats and 10 graduate gemologists on staff to help you find the perfect ring. Plus, our 12-month no-interest financing will make it easy to pay for as well. How can she say no when you present her a ring from Perry's, Carnegie Boulevard across from South Park Mall?
Let's go. Mom, let me see your phone.
And back here in Tallahassee, Dave Dickerson has been around the block, so to speak, but you can hardly do it without learning from some of the best.
Well, really enjoyed my time talking with him this afternoon, but Gary Williams, he had some great stories. So he still talks with Coach Williams on a weekly basis. He'll go to him. Any issues come up with the team. Certainly played for one of the best. He's doing an outstanding job with this USC Upstate program. And again, when you get high praise from somebody like a Leonard Hamilton saying, well, it's not just coach speak, the job that he's done with them and how well coached they are, he knew he was going to have to come in and have his team prepared tonight. It's really a fun thing.
Coach Dickerson spent a year as a scout in the Utah Jazz system before getting the job at Tulane. On an upward trajectory are the Spartans. How about that put back from Langley?
And that's something that Coach Dickerson talked about, trying to manufacture some points like that, offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. That's great work on the offensive glass.
Bad pass, coast to coast, and the yam. Rideau has simply been on fire into double figures already with 10.
And that one right there, though, a gift. And that's something that just can't happen. If you're Florida State against this team, again, we talked about it. Their last outing, they had 31 points off of turnovers. This right here, just a miscue. That's not really a forced error. You're just throwing it to a guy, and they're off to the races, and they do an excellent job generating offense with their defense.
And Corin, as he goes to the line. Malcolm, you look out right now, and the theme for Florida State having to play those freshmen a lot more minutes than Coach Hammond intended to, but you had 4 on the court at one time. You see Chandler Jackson coming off, as well as House and Deontay Green.
And Coach Hamilton, talked about, look, I'm going to have to, this is just the new norm for him right now. And he knows he's going to have to rely on a lot of these young guys. I think the biggest thing that he talked about, the film session. He has spent hours in the film room with these young guys, and I got a good laugh at speaking this afternoon. I remember freshman year, film doesn't lie. And when you see yourself on film, the things that you're not doing, it's good to see it. Obviously, it's humbling at times, but he said these guys have improved through watching film, getting more educated in terms of what they want to do in this Florida State system.
Inside, little hook, not going to fall. Worley, long rebound. Offensive foul on Jalen Worley.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he got the arm out. And that's right in front of the ref. That's an easy one to call. At first I thought it might have been a flop, but no, he definitely extended the arm. And
it'll be interesting to monitor how Worley continues to develop. Maybe the purest of the ball handlers Florida State has. Oh, foul on Mills on a three-point shooter.
That's just something that drives coaches crazy right there. Again, and they talk about it. It's things that they track. Coach Hamilton and staff, they track their 9 principles that they want to have on defense. One of the things they talk about, closeouts. He said, look, you have to close out hands high, and certainly you do not want to foul a three-point shooter.
It was interesting. He got a question from one of the media members earlier this week on how do you quantitate and qualify energy, and he said, look, I'm not into philosophical. I'm into showing them the stats, the numbers, and we track it so they have something tangible that can kind of measure what that effort and energy is turning into.
And exactly what happened on that last play. He went over films with the guys not closing out, not talking and communicating on screens. All those little things add up in games.
Backdoor cut. Mills hangs and hits. Folks, Mills can get hot in a hurry. Career high 27 last season against Louisville. Scoring is in his DNA as Florida State extends the lead to a tray. Gainey. Not going to fall. Cleveland, another board. A foul on the floor on Upstate. How about this pass?
Well, Upstate aggressive in the passing lanes. That's a great backdoor cut by Mills, and the pass was on point. Certainly not an easy finish. Back to, though, that last possession again. I think McLeod, that's where they need to go again. He's got a huge size advantage. Roll him to the post and then let him get down in the paint.
Oh, as pure as they come, Darren Green Jr. straight away bomb.
What do I know? Let it fly away.
The response. Guess who? He's having himself quite the evening. And Cleveland a quick strike attack. McLeod might have got a hand on it, but Smith reverse lay-in. Seminoles have made their last 5 from the floor. Good ball movement, open shot. Cleveland will want that one back.
Well, it's not a bad look. I still say McLeod at times has had some pretty good position, almost 2 feet in the paint. I almost say you got to give him a touch, but certainly you're not going to frown at that shot right there off a dribble drive. Cleveland, who's been shooting the ball better, that's a wide open look for 3.
Oh, put him on skates, Bailey! The freshman from Taylor, South Carolina. Coach Dickerson called him a microwave off the bench.
and he gives him the green light, and you can see why. That step back, my goodness. They are so high on his potential.
Upstate riding the momentum. They've hit their last 3 shots from the floor. Back and forth we've gone in this first half. Noles now have numbers if they want it. Green, 3, no. Bailey not quite as close that time.
But it break for Florida State, though. He was pretty open. Back, though, Mills in the paint. That's better offense for Florida State, not settling for a jumper.
Mills now with 8. Short fader. Cleveland rebound. His 4th. Awkward fall for McLeod. That'll take us to an official timeout. Justin Bailey, highlight reel 3-bomb.
We love our new home.
There's so much space.
But we have ants.
Expired. Expired. Expired.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's bow time. This holiday season, put a bow on it with a big bow box for your family, friends, and neighbors. Because nothing says seasonings greetings like boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, and biscuits.
Going to one election of
Grandson.
How about the run for USC Upstate over the last couple of minutes?
It started with their defense. Right now, 10 points off of 6 Florida State turnovers, and then this step back right here by the freshman, big time. Their energy has picked up. It's been a pretty balanced performance by them. Defensively, they've been solid, and then offensively in transition, they've been really good.
How about some fam for Rideau?
Gotta love it when your family's here, and he's putting on a pretty good show.
They got shirts and everything.
I love it. I love it, man.
The Floridian from Lake Wales was told by my producer, Wyatt Dossie, it's 30 minutes from his hometown of Lakeland.
Well, he is giving them a show right now. 13 points. Doing it on all 3 levels. And the energy has shifted in this one. And I think the big thing, the turnovers, continues to be an issue for Florida State.
Noles have also left some points at the line. A foul on the floor. It'll be on House. Some of the keys to the game from Coach Dickerson were, look, we can't turn the ball over. We've got to crash the O-glass. And then we probably have to hit 11 or 12 threes tonight. He said when he looked back at the tape from some of the other mid-majors that knocked off Florida State, they were very successful from beyond the arc.
Absolutely, and I think the turnovers is key. You cannot play into the hands of Florida State that has been much better defensively.
Gainey not shy, not going to fall. Offensive rebound. A second stick back. Corin with the block. And Cleveland with the clean. This is where FSU's at its best. Cleveland goes down, was looking for contact. And now we go the other way. Euro step finger roll. Oh, as cool as you like from Nick Alves.
That's great body control to avoid the charge. You cannot do it any better right here. And again, this is just under control, sidestep, Euro step, and then finish. Body control on point. That's beautiful transition offense.
You know, and Nick Alves, also a Floridian from Melbourne, was a transfer from Eastern Florida State in the JUCO ranks. So here's Jalen Worley at the line. Sophomore from Pennsylvania, coming out of high school, a consensus top 40 recruit. Michigan wanted him, Virginia wanted him, and if Coach Juwan Howard and Tony Bennett want you, there's something to you. Ended up picking Florida State on a live national signing day webcam feed, and he's still learning how to play at this speed and playing at the tempo that Florida State wants to operate at.
And I think the biggest thing, the adjustment, him playing more on the ball and moving Caleb Mills off the ball. Well, it's been an adjustment period for all these guys playing that point guard position.
Good defense by Upstate, forcing Florida State late into the shot clock. Turnover. Open court run out. Alves to the rack, and he'll go to the line.
Well, what I'm noticing is USC Upstate's doing a great job keeping Florida State out of the paint. They're not allowing any dribble penetration, and then they are being disruptive in the passing lanes. They've been active, and right now that's Florida State's 8th turnover, and right now USC Upstate already double digits in points off of those turnovers.
Saturday on ACC Network and the ESPN app, our college basketball doubleheader starts at 1 Eastern with Pitt hosting UNF. Keep an eye on that Oakland Zoo as it'll be rocking. And then Cornell takes the 50-mile drive up Route 11 to square off against Cuse. The Orange have won the last 41 games against the Big Red, dating back to 1969. How good has Jesse Edwards been for Cuse this season?
It's been an amazing transformation. He's just gotten better each year, and certainly they need his production, but I'd say in line for one of the most improved players in the ACC.
A scramble on the floor, timeout awarded to Upstate. Florida State holding on to a 1-point lead, early action here in Tally.
Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the Buffalo Wing's been around. Lips are burning.
Geico. Over 85 years of savings and service.
It's bow time. Some folks say, don't call it a comeback. But when the sizzling
Arriving for your
Seminole sound. Some of the best music you'll find in the ACC, in the arena. Mario Masudi, Malcolm Huckabee, our entire ACC network crew here from Tally, and Upstate down just one against Florida State. This is their third game against the ACC this season.
Yeah, they're not going to be intimidated. We just talked about that, and I think the big thing, excellent guard play. I've been impressed with their backcourt, in particular defensively. They're very active in the passing lanes. That's something that Coach Hamilton and staff talked about when we met with them this afternoon in shoot-around. He said, look, we're going to have to be very good with the ball because he knows the numbers don't lie. Again, their last time out, they had 31 points off of turnovers.
It's become a bit of a defensive stretch. Upstate just won for its last 9 from the floor. Florida State going on nearly 3 minutes without a bucket. Broadnax on the drive. House comes away with it. Corin goes down away from the action. And the Seminoles will be at the line.
Now, it's been a physical game. Didn't see right here. Yeah. I mean, again, guys jockeying for position right there. Certainly, though, you do not want to put Florida State in the free throw situation right there.
Warren has been a very good free throw shooter for Florida State this season. Came in 84%, but now just 2 of 4 from the line. Cam Corin told us earlier this week, I've got to be the energy guy. And yeah, it's kind of baptism by fire for me, but this is what I want. This is what I expected when I got here. And 15 points against Louisville on Saturday, a coming out party for Mr. Corin.
Huge, and I think you said the key word, energy, mindset. That's something Coach Hamilton has preached with these guys in this last 3-game stretch. Have the right mindset coming into these games.
Take a look more at the freshman from Allen, Texas. Coach Hamilton said they were trying different spots for him at the 4, at the 5, but losing Jalen Gainey for the season, the Noles had to readjust.
It did, and I think the biggest area where he's shown, Coach Hamilton said right there, that last play, coming over on help side defense, understanding the rotation. Again, that's film session, understanding where you're supposed to be at defensively. They love his motor, but back to the boost that he gave them in that Louisville game. I mean, that's huge, 15 points for him, and they're going to be expecting and counting on more performances like that as they get deeper into ACC conference play.
Just 2 on the shot clock and a violation. That's really good defense from Florida State. Their bench really excited.
That's better closeout that time by Caleb Mills. Remember the previous possession where he picked up a foul. That's a nice contest. And then coming up with the turnover.
Green pull-up, Jay all the way down and out. Quick strike 3, not gonna fall. That was Mr. Goodlow. 20 points in his season debut against South Carolina State on Saturday. Mills, the blow by, acrobatic attempts. We'll go to the line.
And Mills has done this a couple times now. Been able to get aggressively down the lane and now finds himself at the free throw line. And rotation was late that time for Upstate.
Mills really has so many moves in that bag. And as he connects on his first Flipping the script, Sunday, our women's basketball quadruple header starts at noon Eastern with Wake and Cuse, and then Louisville taking on Pitt at 2. A top 10 matchup between number 5 Notre Dame and number 6 Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, and then 8th ranked NC State hosting Clemson to cap the night. What a full day and evening of one of the best conferences in women's college basketball. Goodlow, the drive. Now a second chance for the Spartans. Active defense at the buzzer, not going to go. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Upstate.
Well, Upstate doing a nice job attacking the offensive glass. And that's something Coach Dickerson talked about they wanted to do. See if they can create some opportunities in this first half. They've been aggressive attacking the offensive glass.
A foul called on Green Jr. Those are tough, Malcolm. You get your hand on the ball, but your body follows.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Florida State. And you're right, I think it's one of those things. It seemed like he got his hand on the ball first, but certainly a lot of contact. Let's see. All right, both guys going for the ball. Yeah, that angle right there, I'd say that's, now again, we have the luxury of replay, but from that angle right there, it didn't look like Green. I thought there was a collision. It looked like Green did not hit him as hard as I initially thought, and that's just two guys going for the ball.
Darren Green Jr., one of the veterans for Florida State this season. Front end of the bonus does not fall for Gainey. Cam Corrin said one of the guys that's been keeping us optimistic during this tough stretch has been Darren Green Jr. As he handles the rock. Oh, just lost focus. Out of bounds. Turnover. One of the critical moments in basketball, they say the last 4 minutes heading into the break, and then the first 4 minutes coming out can decide so many games.
Absolutely, and I think if you're USC Upstate, you want to get a good possession. Right now, you're trailing 5. Get some positive momentum going into the half.
Gainey's been quiet, and a turnover. Hills calls out the action. Cross-court pass. Leads to an open 3 for Mills, and he buries it. Noles by 8. We'll take a quick break.
You're going to take a look at Florida State's best offensive possession of the first half. All set up. Caleb Mills right here again. Now, he may not get the original assist, but that spaces the floor. Extra pass right here. Unselfish basketball. You cannot ask for a better possession if you're Leonard Hamilton. Ball went left to right. Guys making extra passes, and that's what you want to see to close out the half.
So many teams practice that play. Florida State does it every day in practice per Coach Ham. Getting a baseline drive, full court swing, allowing for more ball movement. That's something Florida State has struggled with at times offensively, is that ball sticking.
That's the key word. Ball did not stick that time. Went left to right. Everybody got involved.
How about that defensive effort by the freshman Jackson? Forces the turnover. Gainey can't believe there was no whistle.
A lot of contact right here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, he got away with one right there. Now, again, originally we thought it was that one right there. A lot of contact, though. But, again, they've been consistent, the refs, in this game. And you got to play through that. It's been a physical game. And certainly that's a big turnover for USC Upstate.
House straightaway triple off to the left. Offensive rebound. Cleveland, leaner. Didn't get the friendly bounce. McCorrin on the tip-in. Seminoles quickly extend the lead to 10. One final possession for Upstate. It's a good one.
Second chance opportunities on the offensive glass. Right here, again, another break for USC Upstate, but they've been active. That's been the MO in the first half. They've been crashing the offensive glass. That's a big-time offensive rebound putback.
That's the 9th offensive rebound for Upstate in the first half. Good work from Surratt, the freshman from hometown Spartanburg, South Carolina. Mills with 2, now with 1. The heave at the buzzer. Almost had it. Florida State, a late burst, has them leading by 7. We head to the studio. Kelsey Riggs, Dallin Cup, Carlos Boozer. Hello, Kelsey. Florida State defended at a high level there to end the first half. It had been almost 6 minutes before that and one. Almost a near turnover here. Florida State's 3rd consecutive lead at the halftime break. Unselfish pass. Green a 3, no.
That's a good look coming out. Wide open corner 3. Again, excellent ball movement by Florida State.
It's been the second half, Malcolm, that we haven't been accustomed to saying for Florida State. They've worn down in some of these second stanzas.
Yeah, that's something Coach Hamilton talked about. He said, look, against Virginia and Purdue, we just ran out of gas. I mean, we fought really hard. Obviously, a lot of guys coming back that have not practiced as much. I think, though, the big area for them, they have to continue to improve. Sound like a broken record. Their guard play, in particular, the turnovers. When they don't turn it over, you see they put together some really good possessions. You just can't have the live ball turnover.
Really nice pass inside and the finish by McLeod.
Great recognition that time by Worley and McLeod. I love that's twice now in this game. When they've thrown it up to him, he has not brought it down, kept it up high, and flushed it.
Active hands. Mills with the steal. Will do it himself. And Seminoles get a break as it was last touched by the Spartans. It'll stay with the Noles.
If I'm Florida State, I'm going back to this. Again, he has a huge size advantage. Just throw it up to him. He's been getting pretty good post position. They need to look for him a little more, try to get some ball reversals and then get him down low in the block. Let him use his length and size.
They went right back to it. Same result.
They were listening, and I'll tell you what, though, again, that's just excellent recognition in offense. Go to the matchup that favors you right now. McLeod against anybody for this USC Upstate is going to be an advantage.
Physical finish from Broadnax. Worley, ball rotation. Cleveland lost it. Foul on Mills. Speaking of those second halves, Malcolm, you were on the call for the Florida Gators comeback against Florida State. They were down 17 at the half and had the lead by the 14-minute mark of the second half.
Well, I think the emergence, though, of McLeod, again, he is a guy that has become a bigger post presence for them. That last game, 6 blocks. I think his post presence, that wasn't there in that Florida game.
Cleveland on the finish. Gainey steps into a 3. Long rebound of the Spartans. You see Deontay Green in for Cleveland. Malcolm, haven't said Jordan Gainey's name too often. He did struggle against Duke and Cameron, but just scored 28 on Saturday night.
Well, he was a focal point. We said it right off the tip. He was the guy that they needed to focus on. You said it, 28 points in his last outing. Thus far, Florida State's done a nice job keeping him under control.
Oh, bottoms. Darren Green Jr. from way downtown, and a timeout from USC Upstate. Florida State has extended the lead.
Expect, or have you realized?
Face it, America, you only watch pool because of Jeanette Lee.
Jeanette is powerful.
On the table, she will eat you alive.
In black, wants to kill. The Black Widow.
I can't believe how she keeps getting up. Her body is quite fragile.
It makes the story better when you win.
30 for 30 presents Jeanette Lee Versus. Stream now on ESPN.
Malcolm, Florida State has made it an emphasis to get it to the big man.
And he has delivered twice now. He's kept the ball high, not bringing it down and finishing. I've been impressed when they've gone to him, how he's been able to show off the great hands and finish. And Stan Jones, his tutors, I love speaking with Stan, but you look at what he and Coach Ham have done with the bigs. Give these guys a lot of credit with the player development. I think the biggest area that I've seen, and he's talked about it, film session and then getting out on the court with these guys. We were here at shoot-around watching Coach Jones work with the bigs. They do a phenomenal job in that area developing these guys. I'm going to take you way back, though. Coach Ham, I laughed. I said, these bigs now are a lot more mobile. He had a guy that played for him when he was a coach at Miami, Constantine Popa. I said, Coach, he was not out, a 7'5" guy out there switching on ball screens. McLeod, I've been impressed with his mobility, switching out on guards.
Shot clock winding down. Spartans have to get something up at the buzzer. It'll stay with the Spartans. The activity from Kydarius Smith rewards Upstate with the ball.
Florida State did everything correct on that, closed out, except finish off the play with a defensive rebound. But you can see in the second half, they've made it difficult. They're contesting all these USC Upstate shots.
Almost a 5-second violation. Spartans able to get it in. The pump, the Euro. The finish not there. Cleveland yet again rips down the board from the glass. Worley to the rack and one.
Subtle thing, but watch McLeod. He clears out the space for Worley, and that's a beautiful pass by Cleveland. Little things. Cleveland did not hold on to the ball too long, gave it up to Worley, and then the big fella, McLeod, cleared out a lane for Worley. That's beautiful transition offense, all set up by their D. Again, right here, Cleveland, give it up and then watch. McLeod clear the space. Beautiful finish by Worley. You can't run your transition offense any better.
A quick 7-0 run for Florida State. We spoke of big men. You had a chance to play with some good ones in your career. Spent the season with the Miami Heat. Who's the best big man you played with?
I'll tell you, Mourning was probably the best, but he was not hedging and switching out on guards back then. They just blitzed, trapped, tried to get the ball out of any guard's hands. But now these bigs are asked to do so much in ball screen coverage. It's impressive.
Athletic finish from Alves. Do you enjoy watching Joel Embiid and his ability to cover guards?
I mean, he plays like a two guard as well, too. Again, just the mobility of these guys. And speaking of mobility and progression, I've been impressed with Cleveland's improvement offensively. He is shooting the ball at a high percentage. We talked about it last 4 games, over 50% from the floor.
Pretty move from Amir Langley. Count it and the foul. He'll be at the line when we return.
Let's talk about your dirty ears. And let me guess, you're probably cleaning them with these. You need to be using Whoosh. Trust me, no one wants to tell you how gross your ears look. So whoosh yourself, you dirty you. Get 15% off and free shipping at trywhoosh.com.
It seems like you can never get the right pan, but when you find it, they all come crashing down. Yikes! Well, now there's Gotham Steel's Stackmaster Cookware. Non-stick, space-saving cookware that neatly stacks inside itself. Finally, you can have an organized kitchen with every pan and lid right at your fingertips. Stackmaster features a triple-layer titanium coating with our non-stick super durable cast texture surface. Nothing sticks to these pans. Everything just slips and slides. It's like cooking on air. You can chop right inside them without making any scratches. Even use electric metal beaters and everything slides right out, not even a scratch. Stackmaster pans are oven safe up to 500 degrees, so bake oven fresh cheesy bread or broil juicy cheeseburgers. Make your favorite oven pot roast. Even flames won't damage these pans. The entire Stackmaster set is dishwasher safe and made without any harmful PFOAs. Some high-end cookware sells for close to $500, but you won't pay that. Get the entire Stackmaster cookware set, including the medium and large fry pans, medium and large saucepans, and the large stock pot for the factory direct price of just 4 payments of $29.99. And if you call or click to order today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You'll get it all for just 3 payments of $29.99. Plus, we'll even ship it to you free. And it gets better, because you'll also get vented glass lids to fit all your cookware, including the medium and large saucepan lids and the stock pot lid. They're tempered glass, so they don't break. But there's even more. We'll also send you a 2-piece utensil set with slotted spatula and heavy-duty spoon. That's a complete 10-piece set, a huge value, for just 3 easy payments of $29.99, plus free shipping. And we'll even guarantee it for a full 10 years. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-814-6288 or go online to GothamStackmaster.com. So call 1-800-814-SIMP Healthier.
What has Florida State done well tonight against Mr. Gainey?
He was the focus. We said it right off the top. He was one of the key matchups for Florida State. I think the biggest thing they've denied, they've been up in the passing lanes, and then anytime he's tried to drive, the help side defense from Florida State, they've contested all of his shots. They've done a really nice job disrupting what he wants to do offensively, and I think it's a big reason why they have this lead right now, shutting down their top scorer.
So Gainey will look to lead another comeback. It was Upstate that trailed in the second half against South Carolina State on Saturday. For Florida State, a different challenge. It's an FSU team, 2-9 on the year, looking for its first winning streak of the year. Cleveland couldn't hang and hit, and then it's Corin causing chaos, last deflected by a Spartan. It'll stay with FSU.
I like the changeup, though, by Coach Dave Dickerson, having that USC Upstate team pick up full, see if they could try to force a turnover with their full court pressure. Trying to mix things up defensively, give Florida State some different looks.
Worley was looking for the alley-oop. recovers. Corin through contact, stays with it. The putback, no. Popping around, last touched by a Seminole.
A lot of contact. But again, I think the key word, consistency. They've been consistent. And now you know as a player, look, you're going to have to play through some contact.
Alves working Cleveland, kick out. Floater. Corin cleans glass. Mills, the hezzy, and couldn't hang and hit.
That's a great block out by Upstate, keeping Florida State off the glass.
And a missed reverse lay-in, staying with it. Gainey having a tough night. In transition, Corin fouled. The activity from Cam Corin really puts himself into a lot of good situations as he progresses. He has the opportunity to be one of the better big men in the ACC.
It's something they tracked. Coach Hamilton said, look, we have some things that we track that are tangible. One of the things, help side. That last possession set up by great help side defense and recovery. That's how you keep yourself on the court.
Corin misses the first. Want to remind you the annual ACC Huddle Bowl preview special is tomorrow at 6 Eastern, right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. It's Jordan Cornette, Eric McLean, EJ Manuel, and Coach Mark Richt taking a look at the 9 ACC teams playing in a bowl game. Team breakdowns and comprehensive analysis like only the guys can provide. The ACC has sent at least 9 teams to a bowl every year since 2016. How about Florida State, Mike Norvell? 9-win regular season, has a chance for the double-digit mark.
And that's best for college football. Florida State back to where they're used to being. Outstanding season.
Fans are excited about the number of guys returning to the Seminoles next season, including Jordan Travis. The tip-in by Langley. Upstate inches closer.
Hanging around, and again, on the offensive glass, something we talked about in that first half. They did an excellent job of getting second chance opportunities.
The Spartans team that has played Clemson and the Gamecock of South Carolina tough as Green's tray ball won't fall. Langley, backdoor cut. And a turnover as Rideau couldn't handle it.
This right here is something that has been impressive. 3 guys going, the help side there to block out is not there, and they continue to just aggressively attack the offensive glass.
Some different pressure being shown by the Spartans there. That game you called against the Gators for Florida State, UF used trapping to their advantage in the second half.
And I think that's the adjustment. See how Florida State adjusts to that. They need to get somebody into the middle of the floor to release that pressure.
Inside McLeod. House, the step back triple. Oh, it was all the way down and spit back out. A foul on Langley will keep it with FSU.
And I like that offense by Florida State. Play through McLeod. Again, he's showing off some pretty impressive passing skills. That's a beautiful skip pass that time out of the double team in the post. Make it easy for yourself. Let the big fella get some touches in the paint and then play from there.
Green misses the runner, and now a foul on House.
And a lot of bigs would not be able to make this pass right here. He sees the double coming from the opposite side, gets it out, doesn't hold it too long. That's a missed opportunity though, but that's good offense by Florida State playing through McLeod.
We approach the latter stages of this contest. Is that triple not going to go? And now Florida State will have it. Seminoles leading by 13, looking for their second win in a row here in Tallahassee.
With the
You can.
Well, Leonard Hamilton told us earlier this week that it has been a trying time for Florida State, and you see on your screen, Malcolm, the adversity that has hit the Seminoles in the injury department.
Well, he will not use it as an excuse, but certainly, I mean, that's pretty much 3 guys that he was expecting to have in his rotation, playing big minutes for them. You can take your pick which one hurts. I think, you know, obviously Gainey and Fletcher, 2 guys that provide something to you that is a staple for Florida State, and that's depth. And now he's forced to play some younger guys extended minutes. That's just not how they typically want to play, but he knows, look, we have to pivot, and we're going to go with what we have right here. I think the biggest adjustment, though, their energy and effort has picked up in these last 3 games.
A Florida State program who used to pride itself traditionally on maybe not our best 1 through 5 will be better than your 1 through 5, but our 6-2 threat will definitely be better than the guys coming off your bench. Mills couldn't finish there. Threading the needle, Langley. You can count it.
And I've been impressed with Langley, not only on the offensive glass, but running the floor. What that does, that makes the other bigs for Florida State have to run with you. That time he's rewarded by running with a nice bounce pass.
Alley-oop! McLeod doesn't bring it down. Second chance opportunity. And Worley should be headed to the line. Worley's got 5 in this one. Make it 6. We've seen some amazing fans across the ACC, and now we need your help. This winter, ACC Network wants to experience each sport from your perspective. So snap a pic or take a video, tag it with hashtag #AllTheDevotion, and post it to your social. You just might see it on ACCN. Timeout on the floor. Seminoles by 13.
Okay, I'm an alien.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
It's bow time. This holiday season, put a bow on it with a big bow box for your family, friends, and neighbors. Because nothing says seasonings greetings like boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, and biscuits. Tonight, order a big bow box and spend less time in the kitchen. It's
back in Tallahassee. There was a quick timeout there. Malcolm, how does Florida State go about trying to handle this pressure that it seems like Upstate has thrown upon them?
Somebody in the middle of the floor. I think that's the biggest thing. When they trap, you have to be solid, but you have to have either a big or a wing in the center of the court, play from there. And then defensively for them, they cannot have any breakdowns. You do not want to let Upstate get any open looks from the three-point line. Thus far in this game, they've done a pretty good job defending the three-point line.
Upstate was 4 of 16, make it 4 of 17. Trying to save it to a teammate was Langley. Instead, threw it to a player in gold. Now FSU in transition. Cleveland, McLeod on the putback. Naheem McLeod now with 10 and into double figures. Has come on for Florida State as of late. How about Mr. Goodlow in the paint?
That's good patience that time by Goodlow.
Goodlow was injured in an exhibition game for Upstate earlier this season. Saw his first action of the year against the Bulldogs of South Carolina State on Saturday. Dropped 20. Got to the line 12 times and got one. Noles have contained him this afternoon. Green, 3-ball short. Now Bailey into the open court. And the Spartans will run their half-court offense. Gainey, right-handed finish and the foul.
Well, he's been quiet this night, but you know that he is capable of putting up big numbers and putting up big numbers quick. One of the better guards in the Big South, and he is a guy that can make difficult shots. That one right there, contested, not bad D. That's a guy that's coming off a game where he put up 28.
That was some old school, wasn't it? High off the glass.
Degree of difficulty off the charts, and again, they're still hanging around in this game. 10-point game, 9:46 to go, and here comes the pressure.
Jackson will handle the rock. Double team on Cleveland. It leads to a turnover. Seminoles had done a better job in the second half of protecting the basketball up until that point. See it, just 2 for each team. See if the Spartans have another run in them. Broadnax. Defended by Mills. Drops it off, the finish not there. Cleveland into the open court. Matt Cleveland's 4th career double-double with that board. His 2nd in his last 3 games.
He's one of the better rebounding guards in the country, not just the ACC. He does a great job, especially on the defensive glass. And that's a smart play for him, not to force that fast break. Again, understand time and score. You got a 10-point lead. No need for you to force anything.
Here he is from downtown. Offensive putback by the freshman, Chandler Jackson. Coach Ham told us he's high energy. It's a kid that's used to winning. 1 loss in his high school career.
And that bench loved that energy right there. The freshman getting after it on the offensive glass.
There's a turnover. And Malcolm, as we take another look at this, Coach Ham said he reminds me of all the winning plays that Trent Forrest used to make.
And that's a winning play right there. Again, your team pushing it back up to 12 in this game and getting on the offensive glass as freshmen. That's what you want to do, but that's what you don't want to do. Turn it over.
A leak out for the Spartans turns into a foul on Mills. Justin Bailey. His 3rd foul, by the way, for Caleb Mills.
Well, the one thing that USC Upstate does a really good job, make turnover or a miss. They do a good job in their transition offense. They get the ball up quick. And they are trying to strike quick if they get a turnover.
Bailey's certainly a player that can strike quick as he makes the free throw. Bailey began the season with 3 straight double-figure scoring performances, 15 on the road in Cameron at Duke, and something they want to do is play in transition.
Yeah, you look at those numbers right there. That's just unbelievable right there. Well, one of the better teams in the Big South and forcing you into turnovers. And then they do a good job defending the three-point line as well, too. I've been impressed on their closeouts.
Darren Green, bang! Sharpshooter.
Well, there goes the announcer jinx. Just when I praised them for their closeouts, guy flies right by Green, and he steps to the side and buries a three.
Response not there. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans, but active hands from Worley. Mills, the show, the drive, kick, Green, pull-up J. Yes, friendly shooter's touch.
Well, those are the plays Coach Hamilton talked about. Mills and also Green turn down jumpers, deeper contested threes, and turn them into higher percentage shots. That's excellent offense and unselfish play all around by Florida State.
Oh, a bomb. Rideau, how about it? Ties his career high with 16.
And that's all set up. Florida State, when you're going to switch, if you don't come shoulder to shoulder together on that situation right there, especially on a shooter like Rideau, who's been on fire, he's going to make you pay. Right here, though, Florida State still up, but USC Upstate still hanging around in this one.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, did you know that Geico could help with your homeowner's insurance?
Cookies?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
Put a little nutmeg in there?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Geico. It's bow time. Some folks say don't call it a comeback. But when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back for a limited time in all its tender, marinated glory, go ahead. Call it a comeback. It's bow time.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Lease a 2023 Santa Fe for just $259 a month or get 0% APR plus $1,750 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Change is coming.
Seminoles up 12, just under 7 to play, Malcolm.
The difference in this one, turnovers. Florida State had 10 turnovers in the first half. they've only had 2 in the second. It's as simple as that. That's something that has been a theme for them throughout this season that really has hurt them. Hard to win games when you have turnovers and you're giving up points off of turnovers. Your big reason why they have this lead in the second half, they've taken care of the ball and gotten high percentage shots.
Florida State, during Thanksgiving, went down to that ESPN Invitational, and they really struggled to protect the basketball. Lost all 3 games, and that's something Coach Ham was talking to us about, was finding guys who can handle the rock for them. Getting Chandler Jackson back fully healthy should pay off for the Noles.
I've been impressed with the backcourt play of Florida State. They've done a nice job, in particular in the second half.
Cleveland looks for help to the freshman house. Noles got to get something up in a hurry. A foul on the aggressive drive from Green.
This is a nice hard drive right here. Shot clock winding down. Upstate trying to contest at the rim.
Is that drive, coach, is crazy? 29 seconds of great defense and 1 second left on the shot clock. You get a foul.
They are ready to jump through the roof. I can tell you from personal experience, that is something that will drive a coach crazy. You do everything right on the defensive possession, and then you bail them out at the end with a foul. Shot clock winding down.
Green having quietly a nice night, now with 15. Led UCF in scoring last season, transferred to Florida State, and has been a really nice addition to this FSU squad. A career 45% three-point shooter, Darren Green. Floater. Rideau has had himself quite the evening.
Tough. We talked about his three-point shooting in that first half.
How about that drive from Cleveland? And the harm.
This is one of the few times we've seen Florida State straight line drive right here. Cleveland, beautiful finish with the left. Great upper body strength, and he just continues to get better. We talked about his last 4 games. 15 points a game, shooting over 50% from the floor. But the decision-making, I think, overall court awareness and his decisions that he's making really have been impressive.
Coach Hamilton called him a warrior. And Cleveland to us earlier this week over the phone said, I've got to be one of the guys who's more vocal as a leader. We don't have a whole lot in that department, and I've got to grow up a little bit more quickly. As a foul on Corin will send Goodlow to the line. Excuse me, check that. Bailey, the freshman from Taylor, South Carolina.
I've been impressed with this freshman, Bailey. They found a good one. Again, he has got great size. Doesn't look like a freshman. Good strength. A great footwork coming off screens, and then the ability to get into the paint. He is going to be a really nice player for this USC Upstate team and in the Big South.
Coach Dickerson was really excited when they were able to get him to come to Spartanburg. He said he's one of the best players in high school in South Carolina. Won a state title over at Blue Ridge High. Cross-court pass. Green, a step back, too long. Bailey, alley-oop. Njai.
That transition right there, Bailey with a huge rebound and then the ability to push. That's a beautiful play by the freshman to set up his teammate after a rebound.
Cleveland, one-hand runner, no. Now the Spartans have hit each of their last 3 shots. An illegal screen on Njai.
Well, Justin Bailey, the freshman for USC Upstate. You can see why Coach Dickerson and staff are so high on this young man. That's a huge rebound right there. And then the court awareness. A lot of guys would have given that up too early to the big. He waited to the last second, saw that Mills was behind, and then throws a nice lob pass for a finish.
Noles trying to close out the Spartans. Mills leaning off the glass. Corin. Put back. Yes. He's into double figures. The freshman has 10.
I was going to say, quietly, he has given them some huge minutes. Offensive glass, presence on both sides, defensive glass and offensive glass.
His dad, a pretty good baller for the Dogs under former Seminole head coach Hugh Durham. There will be a Spartan at the line when we come back. Florida State up 14.
Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Lips are burning.
Geico. Over 85 years of savings and service.
It's bow time. This holiday season, put a bow on it with a big bow box for your family, friends, and neighbors. Because nothing says seasonings greetings like boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, and biscuits. Tonight, order a big bow box and spend less time in the kitchen. It's bow time.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Lease a 2023 Santa Fe for just $259 a month or get 0% APR plus $1,750 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
What if you were a gigantic snack food maker and you had to wrestle a massively complex supply chain to satisfy cravings from Tokyo to Toledo? So you partner with IBM Consulting to bring together data and workflows so that every driver and merchandiser can serve up jalapeno, sesame, and chocolate-covered goodness with real-time data-driven precision. Let's create supply chains that have an appetite for performance. IBM, let's create.
Change is coming.
Florida State aiming to get win number 3 on the year. By the way, Malcolm, the Seminoles, the first time all year with 5 players in double figures.
The ball movement has been really good throughout this game. I'm going to go back to the earlier comment. We talked about it throughout this game. Coach Hamilton has really been tired of talking about it with his guys, but he knows it's so key. The turnovers, they still have 2 turnovers in the second half, and they've had some really good offensive possessions where the ball has not stuck with one person or on one side of the court.
A tough afternoon, tough evening, I should say, getting tougher for Gainey.
And give credit to this Florida State backcourt. They've done a nice job. They knew he was their key guy. And they worn him out. I mean, he's missed some open opportunities. I think a lot of it has to do with fatigue. They've been really physical with him.
Foul on Cleveland after the turnover. That's Cleveland's second foul. And the Spartans will be shooting on the other end.
And it's one thing to turn it over, but then it's another thing to foul, put them on the free throw line, give them a chance, 2 freebies, but more importantly to set up now their full court pressure.
And he converts on the front end. Averaged 18 a contest coming in. The Big South Player of the Week last week has already accumulated 8 Conference of the Week honors in his career.
And what a freshman year he had as well, too, last year. Big South Freshman of the Year.
No doubt.
Again, I'm going to say it again. He's one of the better mid-major guards in the country. Really impressive.
On that Lou Henson Award watch list, given each year to the top player in the mid-majors. Keep an eye out for Mr. Jordan Gainey. We approach the 3-minute mark. Worley, pretty move. Could not hit. So there's the stop for the Spartans. Now can they score? Straight away triple, in and out. Offensive rebound. Stepping out of bounds before he went down was Justin Bailey. Critical turnover for Upstate. Florida State's got a battle awaiting them in Sunrise on Saturday, St. John's. It'll be the Orange Bowl Classic. They're hoping they have a 2-game win streak when they head down to sunny South Florida. Ball ripped out of bounds. It'll stay with FSU.
Well, both these teams, it's impressive how they just get deflections. They're really active on dribble drives or passes with their arms.
That's a big shot for Naheem McLeod.
And that's a beautiful out of bounds underneath that time. Nice little rub screen for McLeod. Great hands by the big fella again.
Mills with the steal. Oh, baby! Matt Cleveland, the hammer. Ooh, you could feel the vibrations on Media Row.
Well, his first step and then his length and explosiveness on display right here. My goodness, head in the rim, split the defenders, and that's just a big-time athlete going and making a play at the rim.
His head was almost at the rim. I tell you what, though, you turn on a Matt Cleveland high school tape on YouTube, it's 10 minutes of dunks like that back in his days at Pace Academy.
And the thing that Coach Hamilton, when we talked to him about Matt Cleveland, he said, look, he is just, his basketball IQ is off the charts. He said, I love how he thinks the game. He understands a really good understanding and feel for what he's done. I think the biggest improvement he's made is on his shot. He has worked on that. Every game I've called for Florida State, he is out here consistently, hour before the game, working on his jumper.
And again, Malcolm, for Florida State, they've tried to reset their season, winning one game at a time, focus on the opponent at hand. This is going to start sending some good feelings into that locker room, having a win streak. On the cake, Tommy House from 3.
That's all set up again. Caleb Mills. That's a beautiful dribble drive and kick to seal this game with a 3 by House.
That shot not going to go. They call Tom House young Jack Harlow. I think it's more how he looks than how he raps. But I haven't confirmed yet.
I'm going to let you do a little research on that one, but I can tell you right now, this is a big-time play by Caleb Mills. And the finish, look, USC Upstate, they're going to come up a little short. If you're Coach Dickerson, you have to be pleased with how your team kind of battled in the second half. They hung around. They're going to be a tough out in the Big South. Really impressed with the pieces that they have. In particular, their freshman guard, Justin Bailey, was big. You know, Gainey, he's going to be one of the better players in the Big South. But on the other side for Florida State, I'm going to tell you right now, the team that I saw play against Florida was not the team that I saw play tonight. And their last 3 games, the win versus Louisville, impressive, but I'm going to go back to the Purdue and Virginia game. 2 teams that potentially are going to be teams that are going to be going on long NCAA tournament runs. I would not want to see this Florida State team quicken. They still have great length, and they still have some guys that can do that right there. Finish with authority.
Jalen Worley wanted to get into the act, doing damage to the rim. And now the Noles have the Green Vipers in. 2 games in a row, the Seminoles have had the Green Squad and the walk-ons get to come onto the court to finish a game.
And Coach Ham talks about it, and we saw them running the scout team offense. Those guys do everything. They do all the film sessions. They do all the practices, but then they got to get here early and learn the scout offense as well, too. Coach Ham says, anytime I can get those guys on the court, it's a good thing, and reward them for all the hard work that they put in.
How does Florida State build off this if you're in that locker room?
3 things that stood out to me tonight. Energy, and then the ball movement. The ball movement was excellent. I've not seen Florida State move the ball like this in quite some time. And then I'm going to go back to the 3rd theme. And again, I sound like a broken record. When they don't turn the ball over, they're a very good team. McLeod played really well for them as well, too. It comes down to their energy and then their backcourt play. They can't turn the ball over. If they do those things, they're going to be able to compete and play with anybody in the ACC.
Leonard Hamilton said it. We're not going to make excuses. We're not going to throw ourselves a pity party. And Florida State, as the final few seconds will tick off this clock. Couldn't get a shot off at the buzzer for Spadauer. But the Noles now have a winning streak. 80-63, Florida State flexes its muscles in the second half.
Impressive second half, ball movement, the defensive pressure. I think it was sums up 5 players in double digits for Florida State.